I feel like we're gonna need some wine for this one. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions Makeup Tag. So this tag was started by two beauty YouTubers here on YouTube. I will link their videos and their channels down below. And I actually saw this tag on Tati's channel, and so I thought I wanted to film it for myself. It looked really fun, and let's get real, there's nothing I love more than giving you my opinion, especially when it's not wanted. So I have a nice big glass of wine here, and I'm gonna get to the questions right away. If you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. I am pretty sure that this is the first tag video that I've done on my channel, so if you enjoy it and you want to see me do more tags, make sure you leave me a comment down below. I think it's really fun, these tags that float around YouTube, and I think this is going to be a good one for me to do, so let's go ahead and get into it. If you want to see what my unpopular opinions are when it comes to makeup, keep watching. Okay, so the first question is, popular makeup product you don't like? Okay, so probably for me, that would be the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I actually did an entire review of this foundation on my channel. It was one of the very first videos I ever posted. That foundation did not work well for me, and the reason why I bought it is because I saw so many YouTubers using it all over. Like, I know James Charles loves it, now Jaclyn Hill loves it, I know Kelly Strack loves it, and I bought it because everyone was raving about this foundation, and I thought, like, it was so amazing. When I tried it on my skin, it made my skin look super flaky. It settled into all my fine lines. It was not a good situation. I hate the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I will never buy it again. And that is definitely a popular makeup product that I don't like. The next question is, popular makeup brand that everyone else seems to hate, but you love? I think that's a really hard question to answer because I think there are a lot of people that love a lot of makeup brands and there are a lot of people that hate a lot of different makeup brands. I don't think that there is one makeup brand that is universally loved that I hate. But what came to mind when I read this question is Morphe. I think that there are a lot of people that have some sort of weird hatred for Morphe online, especially in the YouTube community. I actually love Morphe products. I think it's a great brand and I think it's really affordable and you get good quality for the money that you're paying. I love their brushes. I love the Jaclyn Hill palette. I love the highlight and contour sponge. I love their setting spray. Like, they came out with an aerosol setting spray, which is awesome. I thought that was really progressive and a great idea, and it's a really good product and it's super affordable. It's like more than half the price of the all-nighter setting spray and it works just as well. So yeah, I guess, like, I don't know, I think a lot of people associate Jaclyn Hill with Morphe, and I think a lot of people love to hate on Jaclyn because she's a successful woman and she's doing her thing, and therefore there are a lot of people that want to bring her down. And the same thing goes for Morphe. It's this like little indie brand that had this meteoric rise as soon as Jaclyn Hill sort of associated herself with that brand, and now I think a lot of people just want to kind of tear it down because that seems to be what people want to do when someone is successful. They want to just like rip it down and say it's shit and all this kind of stuff. But I really like that brand, and I would say it's not universally loved. I think there are a lot of people that hate it, and to those people it's just like, whatever. Hate on haters. Okay, the third question is, makeup collab you didn't like or were not interested in? I'm sure that there's lots, but I think when a lot of YouTubers started coming out with their own brands, so what's coming to mind is like Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Kristen Dominique, there was just too many products coming out for me to be able to buy all of them. And also because I'm up in Canada, you know, shipping gets ridiculously expensive and I have to pay for the exchange rate. Like, the Canadian dollar is not great against the US dollar right now. So there isn't a ton of incentive for me to buy products like from indie brands in the United States. And I just wasn't excited by any of the products that they were coming out with. So I was a fan of Manny MUA. I bought his collaboration with Makeup Geek, and I really love the color story in that palette, and I love the quality of the Makeup Geek shadows. I thought that collab was really good. But then when he came out with his own palette, Life's a Drag, when I looked at it, I was just like, you know what? I would use half of this palette, sort of the neutral side of things, but the colorful side of things I obviously wouldn't use. So that was just something that I wasn't really interested in because, you know, it wasn't worth it for me to like pay the shipping, pay the exchange, pay any duties and taxes for a palette that I was only going to use half of, I guess. And for me, I wasn't really excited enough about the palette to actually like pull the trigger and spend the money. They're not really collabs, but I think a lot of YouTubers now, they look at the success of Jeffree Star and they think, okay, you know, yeah, I can make a lot of money off collabs, but I can make even more money if I start my own brand. And I actually applaud that. Like, if you can make a business out of this and you can create your own brand and you have enough of a following to sell your products to your loyal fan base and your loyal subscribers, go for it. I feel like we're in a really interesting time in YouTube right now, and I don't think it's gonna last because technology and things like platforms like this, they're ever changing and ever evolving. And I think there's gonna come a day when you can't make money in the way that they're doing now. So for them to strike while the iron is hot, I completely applaud them for it. And there's obviously people that want to buy it, so good for them. I'm not shading anyone for starting their own brand. It's just that none of those products were really super exciting to me, so that's why I didn't buy them. But you know what? They're not suffering because I didn't buy their products. I know that Manny MUA made a killing off the Life's a Drag palette, and he just put out 5 more products for his holiday collection. I'm not subscribed to him anymore, and I'm not really interested in his brand. So I guess that would be my answer to this question, but, you know, again, they're doing fine without my support. I get like kind of nervous when I mention other YouTubers' names. I don't know why. It's weird. So the next question is popular makeup step that you never do. So I feel like there's lots, but the one that comes to mind the most is like a gigantic amount of concealer under the eyes and down the center of the face. I feel like if I put concealer on, even like a great concealer that everyone is like, oh yeah, this concealer is awesome, like the Tarte Shape Tape, I own that one. And I've tried to follow tutorials and use concealer in the way that others are using it, but I find it just makes my face look so cakey. Like, even if I try to not put foundation in that area and just go in with concealer, it just feels really sticky, really cakey. It cakes up underneath my fine lines, like, and I don't think it's highlighting my face in the way that I want it to because of the fact that I have such a fair skin tone already. So I have the lightest shade in the Tarte Shape Tape, and it doesn't really look that much different than my regular foundation. So I'm just adding product kind of for the sake of adding it. So that doesn't really work for me. And I feel like people on YouTube always do that. They're always caking a huge triangle of concealer under their eyes. They're priming their eyes with concealer. There's a whole bunch right here, all the way down to here. It just doesn't work for me. So I always skip that step. I do foundation and then I go straight into powder and bronzer. And I kind of contour my face with bronzer instead of trying to highlight it with concealer. There's a lot of other popular makeup steps that I don't do as well. I don't contour my nose because I don't really know how, and it just looks like I have dirt on my nose.
You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
I don't wear wing liner because I'm a 34-year-old woman and I feel like wing liner looks ridiculous on me. I don't wear colored liner or very colorful eyeshadow. I feel like there's lots of people on YouTube that are experimenting with colors right now. James Charles' palette just came out. It looks amazing, but like I can't see myself ever using the colorful shadows in that palette. He wants us to unleash our inner artist, but I don't have an inner artist because I don't want to wear like neon eyeshadow. I don't like cream contouring, so I don't use like the KKW cream contour sticks. I don't use cream bronzer or anything like that. I feel like it just makes my face look dirty. Oh my god, self-tanning. This is another one. I never self-tan, and I feel like so many YouTubers do it. I just cannot imagine getting like a smooth, gorgeous looking tan with that like mitt and like the foam stuff. Like I just feel like I would turn orange. Like I feel like half the people on YouTube look like an Oompa Loompa. And of course you never self-tan your face, so then they self-tan their bodies that are orange and then their face is white, and then you have to use foundation that's 4 shades darker than your skin just to get your face to match your body. Like I'm getting kind of shady here, but yeah, I'm not about that life. Oh, and also this isn't really a popular makeup step, but like those super long claw nails, like I have seen some insanely long nails on YouTubers. And I'm like, how do you even live? Like, how do you do your makeup? How do you like do your hair? How do you wipe your butt? Like, honestly, I could not survive. Like when I go to get my nails done, I'm like short as possible because I'm typing all day and I'm like doing things with my hands all day, and having super long nails would just look pretty ridiculous on me, first of all, but they're not practical. Okay, I gotta move on to the next question because I'm spilling way too much tea as it is. All right, next. Okay, next, popular beauty influencer you don't subscribe to or watch. Okay, now we're getting into the hot shady tea. So I don't think it's a secret on my channel. Like I think I've mentioned this a couple of times that I don't subscribe to Laura Lee. I don't watch her and I don't like her. And again, like her life is fine. So as I'm saying this, like try to keep that in mind. She has millions of subscribers. Even though she went through some shady drama this year, She still has millions of subscribers. She still has millions of supporters. Again, like, her life is fine with me not liking her. So just keep that in mind. And I think I mentioned this before as well, but what turns me off about Laura Lee is that I think, I gotta be careful how I say this. I personally think that it is irresponsible when you have such a huge platform to act as though it's funny to be dumb. And I think that Laura has talked openly about the fact that she flunked out of college, and I understand that she's, you know, done something great with her YouTube channel, and now she has her own makeup brand, and like, she's obviously doing well for herself, so good for her. But that is not the norm. And I think it's irresponsible of her to be like, oh well, I flunked out of college, oh well, you know? Like, she's got millions of young girls watching her channel, and I just think it's irresponsible of her to just be like, I'm stupid and it's funny. It rubs me the wrong way. And what really got me is she did a spelling bee challenge with Manny MUA on his channel, and I was subscribed to him at the time, so I watched the video and literally wanted to claw my eyes out. I'm actually gonna link this video down below so you can see it for yourself. So she's trying to get Manny to spell a word, and the word is conscience. And she says to him, she looks at the word and she said to him, spell coincidence. And it's not as if she just looked at it quickly and said it and then it's like, oh well, I read it wrong. She's literally staring at her phone for like 5 minutes saying to him, the word is coincidence. And he's like, COI, and she's like, no. But really the word that she's looking at is conscience. And I'm just like, oh my God. And like, they're sitting there laughing like this is so funny. It's just irresponsible to have all of these millions of young girls watching her and being like, hey, it's cool, it's okay to be stupid, it's okay to not be able to know how to read, because you can just become a famous YouTuber and then your life will turn out fine. And that is an irresponsible role model, in my opinion. And I've already said too much, so I'm just gonna move on. But the popular beauty influencer that I don't subscribe to is Laura Lee. End of story. Number 6, popular makeup product or brand that you don't use, support anymore. Okay, so let's just dig the grave even further here. A popular makeup brand that I don't support anymore is Kat Von D. I used to love her products. I loved her tattoo liner. I loved her Lock-It setting powder. I had her primer. I had a ton of her liquid lipsticks, and I love them. Kat Von D came out as an anti-vaxxer, and I think anti-vaxxers are idiots. I think it's irresponsible to not vaccinate your children. I think that anti-vaxxers think that their beliefs are supported by science when they are not. And that's kind of all I'm going to say about it, because I know it's a really touchy topic and I don't want to offend anybody. But just me personally, I will not be supporting Kat Von D anymore, because I cannot responsibly give my money to somebody who is perpetuating this anti-vaccination movement. Like, it is completely irresponsible and stupid. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But there has been some funny Instagram comments that I feel like I want to touch on here, just kind of lighten the mood a little bit. I follow Trend Mood on Instagram, and whenever she posts about a new Kat Von D product, you guys seriously go and read the comments, because they are hilarious. Like, for a limited time, free whooping cough with purchase, and oh, it's the polio palette. And I always get kind of a kick out of that. So if you're ever around Trend Mood's Instagram page and she puts a Kat Von D post up, make sure you check out those comments. You will not be disappointed. Okay, so the next question is, makeup trend you have no interest in trying. Okay, I'm glad we're gonna get off the name dropping for a little bit, because I feel like I already might have gotten myself into some trouble. But a makeup trend that I have no interest in trying is nude lips. Nude lips look ridiculous on me. I am not kidding. Like, I'm not talking about, you know, lip colored lips, like pink colored lips. I'm talking about skin colored lips. I don't know how other people pull this trend off, but it looks ridiculous on me. And believe me, I have tried. I bought a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Kim KW, and it was like nude, nude, nude. I swatched it on my lips once and I was like, oh my God, I look like an idiot. Like, I don't know what it is, but I cannot pull off nude lips. Actually, you know what? I am gonna try some nude lips on for you on camera, just so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just wiped off the gloss that I was wearing, and I pulled out this KKW by Kylie Cosmetics. This was the cream liquid lipstick set that she put out. And honestly, I love this packaging, and I was so excited to get this. And I was like, yeah, what? I can pull off nude lips. I can look like Kim Kardashian. And so these are the 4 nudes that came with it. And seriously, I swatched all of them on my lips, and the only one that even looked remotely good on me was this darkest shade right here. So just for fun, let's try on this mofo, shall we? This is in the shade Kimberly, and as you can see, it is the nudest of the nude. So let me just put this on for you so that you can see exactly what I mean. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm so uncomfortable. Do you see what I mean? Oh, I can't even like talk with this on because I'm just like, blah. This looks so bad on me. I'm just like barf-orama. Oh god, I gotta wipe this off. I gotta wipe this off. So yeah, nude lips, not a fan. And so this actually just sits behind me on this like little table that I have behind me here that has like a lot of products that I like to display. I just stick that on the table behind me, and it's like a nice box, and it's like kind of a statement sort of display piece for me because I can't use any of the products in here because they look ridiculous on me. As I mentioned, nude lips, not for me. Okay, so now moving on to the last question. Make a product that was better in theory than when you used it. Either swatched better or worked better on others than on you. Okay, this is another one that I'm gonna have to go get so I can show it on camera. Okay, so for me, the answer to this question is definitely the Natasha Denona Lila palette. You guys, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. Like, I love the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. It has a lot of beautiful, like, warm tones, shimmery golds, gorgeous browns. So I was like, yes, like, that palette is for me. And so when she came out with the Lila palette, I was like, well, I love the Sunset palette, so I'm gonna love the Lila palette. And it's just way too fucking colorful. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just way too colorful. I'm never gonna use any of these shades. Like, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Like, all these bright, dark shimmers. Like, I'm never gonna use them. So I spent like $162 on this palette, and like, it was way better in theory than when I actually used it. I really love this shimmery purple shade down here, but honestly, there are so many other products that I can use in place of this one that will work just as well, if not better. There is a ColourPop Super Shock shadow in the shade Frog. I've showed that shadow on my channel several times. It's a glittery purple. It's super gorgeous. It goes on super easily. Would trump this 10 times out of 10. So yeah, there's like one shade that I love in this palette. I did do kind of a cute, colorful look on my channel in a first impressions video with this palette, but like, I would never wear these colors and leave the house. So some of these neutrals, mattes here, I would probably use. Would I reach for this palette just for those colors? Of course not. Like, so this was definitely better in theory than in practice, and I wasted essentially $162 on this palette because I was so enamored with the Sunset palette, and I'm like, I have to get its little sister. Stupid. All right, that is it, you guys. That is the end of the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not get offended by anything that I said in this video. My opinions are just that, my opinions. They have nothing to do with your opinions, and they also have nothing to do with the truth. It's just what I think, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm right and everyone else is wrong. So just take this video for what it is. It's just me sharing my opinions and having a little bit of fun. Not a big deal. Leave me a comment down below if there's a question that you want to answer. I would love to hear your unpopular opinions about makeup. And again, I'm sorry I'm late to the party, but I couldn't resist with this one. I just thought it was super fun. As always, guys, if you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below letting me know the kind of videos you want to see me do in the future. And if you didn't like this video, keep that shit to yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Cheers.